Butters, say hi to everybody, Butters. Butters, say hi to everybody. You wanted to be on camera. So yeah, this is the cat live stream, and yeah, we're here tonight. You didn't fall off, buddy. Okay. All right. Let's see who all's in here tonight. We've got James was in here. James V. We have Mir, Kelvin, King Hassan, football player. Mir, Jalen Eden, Vaughn 2, Arlington. Leovoris is in here. Moneyman J, Martez. 44. Hunter is legend. How's it going, y'all? The giveaway has not started just yet. I mean, we're just freshly live on this. So we'll be getting to the giveaway shortly tonight. But wow, 18 people. That's awesome. Thank you guys for being in here tonight. Obviously, you guys have maybe let me know if you joined over from Instagram. I just did a short little Instagram story live stream where I just went on there and maybe tried to pull a few extra people in here. So we will kind of be going through and talking about football gear today, more or less like swag football items. And that was kind of my question out there on Twitter was, what was your guys' favorite football swag item? Quite a bit on there so far. So thank you guys for those of you that are commenting already over there on Twitter. If you don't know my Twitter, you can find me on Twitter, Mr. Football Coach, and you can find me at MRFB Coach, Mr. Football Coach. You can find me there, and we'll get to it. Okay. We are giving away tonight. We're giving away some Nike bicep bands. Going to be giving away the white pair of these. I picked these up not long ago, and I kind of saw them, found a pretty decent deal on them, and went ahead and picked them up. It was one of those things I had picked up for my big football gear 2020 video. I actually just filmed that video today, so I'm extremely excited to get that video posted. I'm actually going to go probably try to upload it tonight. Hopefully you guys can see that here in the future. So for the most part here, if you guys got questions right now, we'll go ahead and start fielding questions. I've already posted a question here from Arlington. We talked a while back. You said you could get me a rib cage. Yeah, it depends on. I guess you just need to let me know whether you're on Twitter or Instagram. We can talk more about getting you that rib protector. King Hassan, good question here. What do you think is the best / most comfortable back plate? As far as comfort, I don't know. It depends on how you define comfort. Personally, the best back plate that I've been around has at least been the Riddell ones. You can get expensive in a hurry with those, but like anytime you can go with the chrome back plate that they sell, carbon fiber chrome, whatever it is, like they're just nice. And like this is one, I don't know if I shared this with you guys, but like they're just really thickly padded. So I mean they're nice. This is one that we're reviewing here for fall, so that's a little bit of a little different one there. Vaughn, you can find me on Twitter at Mr. Football Coach, and if you search MRFB Coach, you'll find me and you'll see my logo. This looks like that. So that's what you should be looking for. I know there's other people probably out there called Mr. Football, but that's me on there. What's your favorite mouth guard? Personally, I really like the Shock Doctor stuff. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to get everybody's questions here. Let's see. Favorite mouth guard. Golden Game said never had a visor, but would love to have one. You might win one. You never know. We will be doing something big for me. Gonna hit 10,000 subscribers hopefully soon. Let's check on where we're at. Let's do me. Let me do a quick check. I'll come back to you guys. So we're at 900. Or excuse me, not 900. We're at 9,844. So that's not bad. We're still a ways off, but we're getting there. Jordan says, "Are gloves really needed for D line and O line?" I played both positions in high school and college, and it's worth it. Just so you don't get your hands beat up so much. Um, if I understand some players, it becomes like a thing. It's like, are you really going to spend, $50 to $60 even on a pair of padded gloves? I mean, I think it was worth it for me. I enjoyed it, but like, there's other ways you can get it done too. Byron says, in your opinion, which brand of gloves is best for linebackers and DBs? Personally, Nike Super Bad gloves. I mean, I think that's definitely a good defensive skill glove, padded on the back, and it makes sense. So, and I always promote those gloves. Not that I have any affiliation, but I think that the Nike Super Bads over time have been very consistent with those positions. Maybe not so much at like defensive back, but I think in my top 5 video, those made it into that video. Andreas says I'm the type of guy to wear my visor in the rain. Hey, props to you, man. But like, you know, you got to have a way to clean it off too. But I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I've seen different types of rain. Like where there's different. You go around different places around the world. Rain's different. Usually, what we have is like you either have no rain at all or it's a monsoon. That's kind of how we go. 22 people in the stream, and King Assad mentioned 21. I mean, that's awesome. That's awesome. Vaughn 2 says, do you recommend the Shut YS Flex 4.0? 411 and place slot. I've got to see what I'm not, let me make sure that like I'm looking at the right pair of shoulder pads. Those seem like they're youth shoulder pads. But like, I know if you're shorter at 4'11", I'd almost go with like, let me see. They had at one point they had mid flex pads that were kind of like an in between size. Maybe I'm missing something there. Yeah, there's really a lot of people. I agree. Andreas says, what backplate should I get? Says, I'm going to be a freshman, safety at 5'5", 120. I would get something, like I said, it depends on, what you want to spend on. I always like the Shock Doctor and Battle backplates. Those are always good. I've been wanting to get another Battle backplate to look at those again. They've come out with a lot of new styles, and I always am trying to find one But you know, I'm pretty much stuck to just shopping online. Usually, I go out at a lot of stores, but the way that it is right now, it's just not. It's not ideal to be going out to certain places. So I've been using that Amazon shopping a little bit if I have had to need things like it's just we've kind of gone through a pretty big resurgence of a lot of COVID-19. So at least where we're at right now. So it's just not good. So I'm not able to get out as much as I usually do, and look for a lot of that football stuff that I get to you guys. But you know there will be more of that at a later time. So a we'll have a lot to do here later on, hopefully this season, and getting some more things. But you know, I always recommend, like, if you guys are, you know, if you guys are new to the channel, you'll be surprised how much we give away, and we'll even go into football season. Hopefully, that we get to have football season at this point. Um, you know, we can always hope, but you know, like I said, we're just kind of at this point. I'm hoping that we can. And I need to pin my tweet here. I apologize if you guys haven't found this. I forgot to pin it, so there's that. Let's see if this works. I'm gonna get some information out to you guys here. 44 says, do you think Nike Alpha cleats are good for beginners? Depends on what you mean by beginners. Like youth level. Okay, I better go back here and look at a few things. Do you recommend Under Armour Spotlight MC suede cleats for wide receiver? You guys are doing good tonight because I'm having to really search through some stuff because I'm really not for certain. Yeah, the suede cleats. Yeah, those would be decent for receivers. Those would be good. I haven't used them personally, so I wouldn't be able to. You know, it's what the chat's good for, and there's somebody talking about them. Um, anyway, Amber's reading right now, so she's just she's working on school stuff and just kind of hanging out, but she's around. Jaden Eden, how about some visor clips for tonight as well? Not tonight. They would, I've got some that would go really well with these, but I just can't do it right now. But those are that's gonna be something we look at later on, and I hope we can, I can get to a lot of things out for you guys hopefully this year. If you guys don't know, our video schedule is every Tuesday and Thursday. As far as like when we're releasing new videos, we release new videos usually around 6 p.m. Central Time, at least where I'm at. It'd be 7 if you're on the East Coast and so forth, and so on and so forth. But anyway, I wanted to go through tonight and just kind of talk about different things, and really, like, if you guys have questions, I mean, I can field questions. I mean, this was more or less about the dry fit bands and someone winning those. We're gonna, like, I don't want to keep too many people waiting. If we have 19 people in here that are a part of this giveaway, that's awesome. I need to tell you guys, just because I only see 10 people. Well, there's a few of them that have now commented. I don't have an official number, but what it is I need to make sure, you guys need to make sure, like, if you want to enter this. And I'm going to put directions in here. and you will need to go comment on my Twitter post here. And some of y'all have already done that. But I've pinned this to my profile. Go on here and reply to this. And basically tell me what's your favorite football swag item. These are truly, I mean, I would say that these are my favorite. Just like it's something simple. It's not extravagant or whatever. It's just really, really easy to, throw those on. And whether you can actually use them or not, because I have seen where officials won't let you wear these, but they're cool to have either way. It's awesome. So I really like these. I haven't really used a whole lot of this exact colorway. I've always used kind of the black the dry fit bands, the bicep bands. Had some other colors in them in the past, but like these have been around like even when I was in college. Like I wore these in college, and like they're really nothing new, and they were out even before then. So this is an item that's at least been around probably for 15 years, because I wore black and green ones when I was in college and so forth, and it was nice. Make a video for incoming freshmen. I've thought about doing a video for like players going into high school for the first time. I've thought about that, which we don't do. We don't do. What am I trying to say? Like we're there's Amber. She just said hey. But yeah, I've talked about that. But we don't like some places are different. Like high school football. I mean, like we could take in freshmen, but like we usually don't, and just have like our high school starts pretty much at sophomore level. But yeah, that. I mean, I could put that down on my list because I've got my list here of. I'm trying not to knock my tripod down. This list here. And I mean, that's a good idea. I don't know how quick I can get that done, but I want to put it down because you guys do give me decent ideas sometimes. So my Twitter is Mr. Football Coach, and you can find me on there at MRFB Coach, Mr. Football Coach. This is what my profile looks like, profile picture and so forth. MRFB Coach. And I'll post some links here if you guys will give me a second. And if you guys want to, if you put the command in the chat, you do !S for social media. It'll pull up. You guys will see it here in just a second. And you can find everything there. But let's just call it high school. We'll just call it something about high school football. Call it newcomers or something. Newcomers to high school football. Something like that. I like it. And I'm always open to ideas because I have essentially a massive list that takes up an entire page of paper. Just like your standard, computer-sized paper, just full of video ideas. And I've only been able to check off 5 of those, and they're getting uploaded tonight. So that's going to be... yeah, if Chris really wants to, if Chris is running for mod in 2020, I mean, you can't be late to the stream. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, there's a secret. Y'all got to watch my videos, and you've got to watch them very closely. But but there is a small section of one video that's got a basically it's for Chris. So I'll say that much. And it's not on my channel. It's nothing that's been released yet. They'll just be uploaded. It's be something to be looking for over the next few weeks. It'll be related, and if I was even to be more specific, it's probably related to some of these newer videos that I've got coming out about old football gear. So you might just look at that. Amber's in here as well. So just it's nice. I mean, we're up to some great amount of viewers. So like, I'm gonna get you guys going here on this giveaway because I want to give this away at kind of our peak. Guys, we give away new stuff all the time. Every weekend we've had a live stream. There's only been a few times where we've not, but it really depends on whether we do it on Saturday night or Sunday night. It just really depends on what we have going on. Like yesterday we were busy. So I made it, tonight. So the best way that you can know when the live streams are, I would say I give the priority to Discord first. So like I will go on and post to Discord and just be like, I'll just say something like, hey, I'm live streaming tomorrow, live streaming tonight. Sometimes I forget to check Twitter and Instagram. And like somebody had posted earlier, someone had asked if there was a stream last night. And, sometimes I just don't get it. Like we were on the river last night, and so I didn't get that message until today actually. But anyway, like I said, if you don't win anything tonight, if you stay consistent, like as long as our channel doesn't blow up overnight, everybody usually gets a good run at it. Obviously. At trying to win something. I mean, most of the guys that have been around here and commented enough, I mean, heck, we gave away something for everybody on one night. Mostly they were stickers, but that's kind of where this all started. But we've been going consistently here, at least in the time that we've had off, not even being around school, and and starting this whole quarantine thing. I mean, we've been going on for several months strong on this, so. I'm just, I'm excited to, continue to do this. And I know I've had some other questions back here. I know there's a question on defenses. Triper43 says, you're going to do a series where you go over different defenses. I've got plans to do that. As far as like coaching stuff, coaching videos that I talk about, I've got a few to do. That one may show up a little bit later, but it's something that's on a bigger list there. Jalen Jones, he said, bro, is it weird being in high school or I mean, it's a weird time to just be in school in general. That's essentially my profession is, being a coach and teaching or whatever. And it's just different. I mean, I don't know really how to think about it this year. I don't know what to think. I know we got school pushed back a few days ago, so I don't know if that's going to affect sports in any way. I really don't know. I fully expect it to affect sports, though. I feel that I know some states have pushed football. I know the only one that I truly know of is why you have to come in here and do this. I'm in a deep discussion about coronavirus, and you don't even know what it is because it ain't going to affect you. Good. Be scared. Anyway. What I was saying is I fully expect us to either. I'm to the point where, and I've told a lot of people this, but I would rather just play football. If we're gonna play football, we play football. But if we're all concerned about the virus and so forth, and if we're gonna treat it and we're just gonna walk on thin ice, I don't think we need to play football. And that's gonna be hard for some of y'all to hear, but I really think that the benefit of staying away from each other and not playing a contact sport is probably better for society rather than it could just, it's hard to imagine how much something like this could affect, but it's got to that point. And I don't wish that, I don't want that to happen, but I'm afraid that that's what's going to happen. So I really don't know. I just know that everybody's just a little bit different, at least on where they're at. You should go over people's huddles. That would bring in a lot of subscribers. We've done that before, but I can't remember the last time we've done it. I've always done them on live streams, but it might be cool to do like an official one. So, like, um, Florida got pushed back. Yeah, we're not starting till I think August 23rd or something like that at the latest, or it's the 24th, but it said no later than 26th. So I'm thinking we're probably starting August 23rd. But the crazy thing is like if we started school on the 23rd, our first game is 4 days later. But obviously we don't know if preseason practice will be infected, because right now, I mean, we're slated to start football in helmets day one on August 3rd. I mean, we're talking about almost 2 or 3 weeks away. So, um, I literally just spent $2,000 on football gear we might not even play. I mean, it's I don't know. I mean, I think there will be football. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there could be. The whole thing is like, is it going to be a liability, And so, because here's my thing that I often think about is like, well, what if you play a team, and this is something I think a lot of us have thought about, but if you play a team, and let's say that you play that team and you find out that someone on that team was infected with the virus, well, it could, and then you got to assume that their entire team has been around this one person. And so, like, do you send the entire team home? And then, like, if they played at your place and then you've got to go travel off to somewhere else the next week, how does that affect you? Does that mean that all of your players, like all of your team, does that mean all of you have to quarantine for 14 days? It would be a logistical nightmare. And so, do we just, and I'm not an expert in this field, but like I understand how viruses work. They travel from person to person. It's just how it happens. I mean, crap. I teach biology, so I mean, this is like my thing. So like, and I've told, I mean, like I've taught this stuff, but when we were covering viruses and bacteria this year, we were actually getting out for the virus itself. So it was very funny. Um, but anyway, it's crazy that like but football ultimately, you know the thing about colleges is you just don't know what colleges are going to do. Like they even talked about the like the NBA coming back. Well, I mean, you can see how that's worked out, and they haven't really made any progress as far as like playing sports. I just think that it's one of those things like, you know, things are just gonna have to be put on hold. And it's very unfortunate for what it is. But it's just it's hard. So um, anyway, yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know what to think about it. So um, as far as like football gear guys, and talking about some of those other things and not getting too depressed about this other stuff, like there'll still be something. So like I don't know. It's one of those weird things. Like I don't want to get too down about it, but like it is what it is. Like I'm to the point where, like I said, if it happens, it happens. But like if it's for the safety of everybody else that we don't play, I'm fully okay with that. Like it's just it's not a big deal. It's one of those weird things. That's just how the fall is. I mean, you just expect there to be football, and if there's no football and they push it to the spring, well, okay. I mean, it'll still work out. Might even be fun. I don't know. Um, anyway, um, it just really depends. Like, we just like, to me, there's just so much uncertainty about football season. Like, I don't know about y'all's, like where y'all at. I know Texas has come out and said that they're pushing forward. Even our state association came out and said that like they're pushing forward, but like it really wasn't very specific. I mean, they're gonna still try to play sports. Okay, great, but what does that tell us? So I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna give one last kind of instruction here as far as what we're kind of going through here, and we're going to be going through and starting this live stream up right. And this is our only giveaway for the night, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to start the process of giving away the Nike Dry Fit bands, the bicep bands, white and black. Really awesome. Sweat wicking material helps you stay dry and comfortable. Elasticity allows the band to stretch from 9 inches to 21, so they're super elastic. They're really nice. And I think that's, I don't know if that's centimeters. No, that's inches, I think. Anyway, but they're super nice. And they usually retail for about $8. I wouldn't pay anything over like $8 for these, because some people will overcharge on these, especially if you like go to like Sideline Swap or you go to eBay and try to find them. Now I have found like custom stuff on eBay, like where they came from like colleges and stuff. I mean, that stuff's legit, but like in a store, $8. I mean, they're a little more pricier than their like bulkier dry fit bands that they have, like from Nike. But I've just consistently found that Nike's stuff's just a little bit better as far as quality. I've not tried Adidas in a long time. I've not tried the new Shock Doctor or the Battle ones that have come out. I think that'll be something we do in the future. But like sometimes like those even cost a little bit more when I know that everybody's gonna like these for the most part. So anyway, King Hassan said, "How good is the Black Riddell backplate?" I think I've got videos on it. I've at least done that once. Like you can probably go back on my channel and find. I don't know if I ever did a review on it, but it was nice. It's just one of those basic back plates. And if you search on my channel, King Hassan, on just back plates, you'll find that one if you need to see any more detail on it. But I think I actually gave it away on a live stream way back in the day. So we're gonna give this away, and I'm going to go through on Twitter. I'm going to give y'all pretty much here the next minute, and after 7:35 here within the next minute or so, I want to go ahead and give this away. So it looks like we've had about 18 replies, and I'll just go through here and kind of go through the people that have mentioned me in here. I'm going to drop some hearts in here. It would help like if you guys also put your YouTube name on here as well. Doesn't matter how you write it, as long as it matches up on here, we're good. Byron says shooter sleeves and turf tape. I like that. That's a good one. Jalen Eden says favorite is the arm sleeve with calf sleeve and some fire gloves with some bands. Backplate would be nice. And so he basically listed it all. That's awesome. Jay said Jalen Jones, spat for cleats. Brandon on here says his sleeves, a lot of sleeves. I mean, you guys would probably like to give away for me to like give away some sleeves sometime. So that might be something we look at in the future, giving away some nice arm sleeves. What kind of brands of arm sleeves do you guys like? I guess would be my question. I always liked the Nike ones I've used the most recently. I've got an Adidas one that I'm gonna try for this season, and probably mess around with a little bit. McDavid. Would you guys like to see McDavid ones? Like, is that something? Like, are we talking about? Oh, and I'm gonna get some Nike padded sleeves too, so that's something I'm considering as well. Anyway, going back to y'all's stuff here. Hunter says favorite swag item is a visor or backplate. Jordan says cleats, elite. I'm just giving off you guys' Twitter names here. It says backplate. Trey Davis, dry fit bands. Arm sleeves. King Hassan backplate, clear visor. Got to have that clear visor. Kelvin says back plate. Mirror, back plate or visor. I feel like this is kind of going back and forth here. Okay, so Ian says, where is it? Arm sleeves. Aovoris, cleats. It's good swag on them. You can have swag with cleats. Marcel says football gloves because they're useful. I agree. Let's see. All right, so hopefully everybody is ready. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to put the random comment, or excuse me, the random tweet here from this tweet into the generator and select a winner. Try to go through and like everybody's stuff, just so you know that you're entered. I didn't like every single one of them, but because some of you dropped your name in there as well. So I'm gonna try to go off that hopefully, and do that. So like I said, stick around. We'll talk football for a little bit up until about 8 o'clock, and then I'm gonna actually go upload some videos on here. So I really can't be doing certain things, but I'll be able to go through some different stuff here for you. And here we go. So let's go with a random person, random tweet. We have a Trey Davis in the chat. We have Trey Davis. That is my first winner. He now has 1 minute to pop up in the chat somewhere. I just realized that Triper 43's profile is the Grinch. That's hilarious. Trey got heat. All right, just gonna give you guys, like a fair warning in the future. Make sure that you always leave your YouTube name in there. Just because we've been swindled before. Had 2 people come up and say they were the giveaway winner. So yeah, I'm just saying, we permanently banned a few people for doing that. So not afraid to do it again. But I think Banks is in here. But that's cool. I'm not getting on anybody. I was just saying. So Trey got heat. You need to make sure to tweet me over there. Or you don't have to tweet me, but just direct message me, and we'll get these out to you. Golden Games. I've not forgot about your giveaway. It's just it's gonna take just a little bit to get that glove juice in. So it'll be just a little bit, but we'll get them in. Sorry, I'm frozen. I don't know what's happened. So I'll definitely get it to you before August. Let me try to. I don't know what would be causing this. I'll just refresh my page here. Still have 22 people watching, and I don't know why my video feed's frozen. Let me see what's going on. Why does that say? Okay. Well, first of all, maybe it's because. Okay, well, I think I found the problem. Maybe it's because it wasn't charging. I've got this thing here on my My iPad that films me. Um, I can't talk and do this the same thing. Okay. So what happened was I guess that this thing was it didn't charge. It's not been charging my iPad, so I think what happened was it went through and like it gave me like the warning, like when you're on your phone or whatever, like especially iPhone or whatever, it tells you like it gives you like a warning or whatever that like battery's gonna die. It's at like 10% or something. Um, yeah, that was the problem. So I want to make sure it's still charging though. Yeah, we're here. So hopefully I'm back. Sorry about that. I think that was what happened. So um, sorry about that. Anyway, like I said, you guys have been awesome tonight. I'm not jumping off here yet, but I think you guys were good. I always appreciate you guys like not calling each other out and stuff like that. Being frustrated, like guys, we're just a small channel. I don't make those big YouTube bucks that get us a lot of income. It just doesn't happen like that. So I just for what I can, I try to give away some stuff all the time. It's just like for me, it's like a way to give back to the football community. So I always just like to give just a little bit back. So I hope you guys really enjoy the content and so forth. So like I said, it's the best I can do. I'm not going to give away a Lamborghini or something stupid on like how YouTubers are. It's just not realistic. For me to give away a ton of stuff. Because I got other things. I got my own hobbies too. I hope to get a little bit more subscribers into YouTube. It's kind of been a slow process, but it's kind of been hard here lately just because of there's just a lot of grinding you got to do. I mean, you got to get videos out. It's just a hard thing. And so I'm just trying to stick it out. I've been doing and uploading a lot of videos here lately, and so that's why you guys are able to have 2 videos a week. And I've kind of been planning on as it gets closer to football season, hopefully that we have football, and doing some kind of like basically like a week long video, basically like where we upload every single day. Not including like we wouldn't live stream on the day we would live stream, but we wouldn't. Hey, stop messing with those. Don't tear those up. You'll probably find those in a minute. Yeah, go see your mother. Anyway. If you play games, you should try making contact for NCAA 14 with updates. I know. I mean, it's I do play a lot of games. I just like and I got NCAA 14 back about a year ago, maybe even sooner than that. I actually found NCAA 14 at a pawn shop for real cheap because that game, if you guys know, like if you try to find it on like Xbox 360 or the PlayStation 3, it's awful. I mean, they're charging like you could pay $65-$70 for the game when it originally came out at $60. It's crazy. Can we have a quarterback video? Well, I'm working on the top 5 gear videos, and that's kind of where I'll talk quarterback stuff. We're also going to do a video on this football over here. I was going to show this to you guys. Those of you that were in here, it's kind of a unique item. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen this, but it's like a laceless football from Wilson, and we were going to do a video here soon on using this and like going and basically like doing a few drills with it. And then like I've also got like this is a big video that I've had to do for a long time. Amir's out of here, so we'll see Amir. But what I was saying was, we're going to do like a video with that. Like, I'm not a quarterback coach. Like, I'm, you know, I just know drills, and simple things to do. So like, we're just going to like, you know, throw with this thing, you know, try to use it. It needs to be broken in because, yeah, scratch your eye over there, cat. But we're going to use this. But it is a super cool tool. The Crowbit 2 says you should do a highlight live stream where you watch our highlights. I think we'll do something like that. And what we might do is just make that the whole video and not do like a giveaway. Because when we start doing like multiple things, it gets hard to try to balance all that. So like, I'm kind of like, what I'm thinking, guys, is I'm thinking about like, we'll do a live stream next week. But like, we may promote all week, like, you know, drop your huddle highlights and so forth, so we can, you know, do that live stream. If that's, yeah, that's his chair. Like, we just moved this chair into this room. We're kind of running out of places for this chair to go, and you know, we're gonna, yeah, that's his chair. Like, I was working in my closet earlier over there, and he was just sitting there watching me. Don't be nice to that guy. He said, get to the point where you're giving. Yeah. You missed a lot, Chris. Yeah, we're gonna definitely do. I like the idea about just doing a highlight live stream. Um, we'll go through and do that. Enter Baby says, "How have you guys been? Have been a while. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome back." What was it? Trey got heat was our winner tonight of the Nike bicep bands. What I'm thinking next week is like, if you guys have huddle highlights, and like a lot of you guys that are in here, if you've got them, you know, let's see them. And I guess if you guys, let's see, what would probably be the best? You think Twitter or Instagram or both probably the best to drop links to?
Probably Twitter.
Probably Twitter.
Instagram won't let you post links.
Oh, that's right. So we probably need to go for Twitter. Like, if you guys want to drop your, and obviously, like, you know, any hot, like, I don't care. Like, if it's on Huddle, we'll watch it, and what we'll do is like, we'll just make a list of you guys, and I'll try to have it all planned out, and we can just like go through and watch everybody's highlight. It would be nice if like you guys kept your highlights just a little bit shorter and they weren't like 10 minutes long. So like, I'm thinking like at the most 5 to 6 minutes, and like that's it. And I'm just telling you guys, like, just from a coach's perspective, like what colleges look for is like, you know, if you've got 20 minutes worth of highlights, they're not going to sit there and watch that all. You know, like where you guys watch my videos and they might be 20 minutes long, like you might be just like looking for that little thing. Now, really good coaches will go through and watch all of that film. But I would say for the majority of people that recruit in college, now I've never been a college coach, but like this is the way that I understand how it works. As far as like the huddle, the purpose of the highlight tape is to get noticed. For the most part, like really true elite talent has huddle highlights, but like if they're going to Michigan, Ohio State, or Bama, like they're probably, like everybody probably knows their huddle highlight. Okay, so like if you're like a nobody out there, you need to keep yours like, you know, you need to confine it to very short, you know, bursts. And one thing that college coaches also want to see is that they want to see an entire game too. So we've had colleges contact. It's been a while since I've had a college prospect that I've coached, um, like I can say that we've not had one, at least where I've been, and all the schools that I've been to. Um, but the one that I remember sending off film for, they wanted an entire game, and it was a small college, like it wasn't anything big, but they wanted to see a full game, and so like they can watch you in an entire game, every snap, and so it's just a coach can see a lot more watching an entire game and just watching you play about your demeanor, if you're gonna fit in the system that they're recruiting you for, so that's just kind of what it is. I don't know what's going on.
Banks is just a little too touchy, so I put him in timeout. They're just being silly.
Oh, well.
There's like literally no reason for the conversation. Robot said he couldn't wait for you to get to the point that you could give away a helmet. And then Banks was like, "Don't be nice to him." And
Oh.
Chris told Banks to relax, and then Banks was like, "I'm leaving." So I timed him out.
Cool. Pure Halo says you should do an install video with visors and backplates using zip ties. I've considered it, and it's going to be one of those videos that I do quite a bit later on, just because it's like one of those last resort things. And so my reasoning behind like doing a lot of my like how to install videos was going to be, go through, show you how it's done properly, and then like show you the oh crap solution. Because like I was sitting here the other day working on a visor, and I was having problems with like trying to get it installed on this helmet, and you guys I think will see that in a future video. But like I also thought today, like I've got two helmets, or I've got one helmet and a the face mask that I did the Nike visor on. Like I'm going to go ahead and take those off, and so I thought maybe I could just do a video on those. But I don't really understand like what was the point. Like I don't really understand like why people got in such a fuss or whatever. Um, I mean like yeah, I mean I think the zip tie thing works. I think it works fine. I mean I've resorted to using zip ties before in a game, and like we've had player stuff that like craps out, had rib protectors fall off, and like that's the one problem that I have with like some of the Riddell ones, and I've lost hardware over the years, don't have the original stuff. It's just it's been hard. Uh, Chris says kids in Jersey start their summer workouts tomorrow. That's awesome. Um, I mean, that's a good thing. Hopefully we can get to the point where we're hopefully we can get to football. I mean that would be nice. I mean we've been working out kids since, gosh, it feels like it's been we were working them out in June. It's just we've come a long way. I mean at this point like it would be a shame not to play, because like we've started installing offense and stuff. Um, yeah, we've had some pretty bad spikes. We've actually over the last week our state has it's been huge, very scary. It's not really around us like here in our county, but like in the county that I work in, it's bad. I mean, like I don't want to be around there. And then like closer to like the Oklahoma line, it's gotten even worse. It's more populated in Northwest Arkansas, and so like it's just not a good place. And so like I've really tried to I just like it's kind of just I really don't like to look at it. It's scary, and I'm actually making myself go look at the map now. Look at the. I need to see it. I always look at John Hopkins website.
Highest spike of 1,000 cases today.
It was 1,000. So we had a spike, and just in our state alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had the highest spike just today, and I don't like. I'm to the point like where I don't even want to go to school. And it's crazy, but like I just. Top 20 counties by number of deaths. Like, I could probably get demonetized for talking about this stuff, but you know what? That just shows that, obviously that YouTube doesn't want people to be informed, obviously, on this stuff. I'm guessing that this purple color is bad, but top 20 counties by number of deaths in Queens, I'm guessing that's Queens, New York, had nearly 6,000 deaths. That's crazy. Kings, which obviously your higher populated areas are going to have more deaths just by how it goes. How many do we have? In our county alone, we have 46 confirmed cases, and we've had one death. Where I work, and like the county that I work in, we've got 225 confirmed cases and 6 deaths, and those aren't all in our school and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't think we need to go to school. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Like I just don't think it's a good thing. Like, I mean, that's just, I would rather not be at risk. That's kind of my opinion, Chris, is like I don't know, like if this is the thing, if school's not in session, sports aren't going to happen. That's just like, it's just how it happened like back in March when, we were all released. It's just not going to happen. I just don't see it happening without the school being in session and kids having butts in seats. I don't see how you can have sports. I really don't. And so I don't know what this problem is. I know.
Feels good. Feel power.
Well, I don't understand why he had to go out like that. Like, Jalen Jones, opinions on Kyler Murray. Now, is Kyler Murray in the league? Okay, yeah. Just had to make sure. Because he just graduated this year. Right? Or no, he played. Okay, so he's not a rookie anymore. I can remember Kyler Murray playing in college, but like I can't. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not an NFL guy, and I know someone asked me about Madden earlier. I've not played Madden 20. I want to play Madden 20. Yeah, I just had to make sure. I don't, okay, like, I feel like I'm going to have to go back and just try to look at all this chat stuff because that's why I try not to, I like to pay attention to it. I really do. But like, I just, if there's going to be like infighting, then like, that's where, Amber comes in and that's why we do it. So, just cause like, I don't know, but like the point is like we're just gonna do what we do. So like if people don't appreciate how we do our live streams, then like that's just how it is. Like I enjoy just going on here and talking on here. What I'm really surprised about tonight is we've had 25 likes on the video. And I think that's just a testament to, well, we had about 25 people in here, I think, at the peak. I always look at the end of the video, and it tells me kind of where we're at. I might even just see if I can peek at that data right now. I don't know if I can or not. 26, somebody just liked. Well, thank you. Yeah, they always... Yeah, and that one dislike, I think dislikes add controversy, I think any interactions are good. Guys, there was a video I did way back in the day, and it was back when I was in college. I can't believe Butter's just sitting back here. So what was funny was like back in like 2011 or 2012. So like, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but like Penn State had like the big falling out with like Jerry Sandusky and so forth, and all that awful stuff came out about that. Well, I did a video on it, and man, people didn't like my opinion, and I didn't like my opinion on it because basically I supported Joe Paterno. But like when I did the video, there was nothing about Joe Paterno like being involved. Rest in peace, Joe Paterno. But like, he was obviously involved in that, and so I was basically backing him.
Is that his name? I thought it was Patrino.
No, that's our coach. Joe Paterno is for Penn. He was a longtime coach at Penn State. No, Paterno, different allegations. And there's actually people that, are convinced that Bobby Petrino needs to be the coach at Arkansas because how successful he was. And, he was, he had us ranked higher than, and I would say it's not just him. We had some elite talent back then, back in 2011 and 2012. We were good. Like, the Razorbacks were good. We just weren't, Alabama, LSU good. Like, that's just how it was. But we got like, we were up to like, at one point we were like, in the BCS, I think our highest ranking was like, I want to say like 3rd or something like that. I think we ended up the year being around like 5th in the BCS or something. It is awesome. But like, there are people that live in Arkansas and think that Bobby Petrino should still be the coach, even after he had an affair and so forth. And there's just a lot of negative things, and had the motorcycle crash and everything else. Football conspiracies, that could be a channel. I agree. It's Tanner says, I thought the cat in the back was fake and he just moved. If I had something, I would throw it. Hang on. Let's see if Butters will chase this. Let me see if he'll wad up some paper. See, he's looking at me now. And so, like, what's interesting about Butters is a cat that has learned to fetch. He plays fetch. Okay, so he loves chasing like paper balls. Ready? Now he wasn't excited about that one, but like, what's hilarious is like he will we'll wad up like it's always like stuff from like McDonald's. Well, it'll be like, you get a double cheeseburger and like the paper that comes with that, the wrapping, like we just wad that up and like we throw it and he'll just go chase it and like he will bring it back. Now he won't bring that one back because it's not interesting. See, like he brings back fast food ones because they smell like food, and so like he'll bring it back.
He's got a shoestring somewhere.
And he found a shoestring. Or it was something that was off of like a pair of sweatpants. He found it in my closet one night, and he just drug it out, and he constantly plays with his shoestring. We'll see, Chris. But yes, he will.
I don't think you can see him.
Yeah. He's pretty playful. He's not too lazy. Like He'll chase you and stuff. He's kind of funny. But he loves that shoestring.
Yeah, he'll like bring it and put it on your lap. He's cute. You want to play? You want to play a bite?
There he goes. Yeah. Anyway, Steve Brooks says hello. How are you, Steve? Anyway, um, yeah, not a fake cat. He's real. He's every bit of real. Uh,
Lazy though, so
yeah, he does. I
hasn't
will
moved
say,
during that whole stream.
yeah, he's just been hanging out. He didn't really move a whole lot. Um, 44 says just got done mowing. Awesome. Well, we're still here. Um, so anyway, it still says there's 13 people in here. So I mean, I'm kind of excited. I think some people are just hanging around and just I don't really have much else. I mean, not saying we have to just like jump off here all of a sudden, but um, we're just doing our thing. I'm not really too concerned with Eventually, I'm gonna jump off here because I need to go upload some videos and so forth. So that's gonna be kind of what I'm looking at doing here later. Just just based on some different things. But it's like I'm just kind of just hanging out here. And guys, I was sharing some stuff on my Discord here later or earlier today, not later. I will be sharing some more stuff hopefully to Discord while I'm uploading videos here later. But what I was gonna do is I was gonna share my Discord if some of you guys aren't in it. We share, and you can drop your highlights in Discord too. I forgot about that one. You can do that. But like I've been sharing the football gear that I got in the video, so you guys will get a preview before that video comes out. And I'm hopeful that that's going to be what I upload first. But I don't know. I've got I want to say, how many videos did I get to today? Because I did quite a bit. How many was it? And if you guys got questions or anything, I think I'm going to be jumping off here in just a little bit. So I'll field some questions here. I'm going to be uploading 7 videos. That's awesome. And many more to go. So I'm hopeful to even get some more videos done tonight. I would love to just make my night fully dedicated to working on more videos for the channel. I know one day I wanted to, do some more coaching related videos and do that. It's Tanner says, have you heard of X-Tech pads? I have. They're awesome, but I've never seen them in person, to be honest. I just, from everybody that talks about them, they like them. I think Chris, who's on here, he may be gone by this point, but he's talked about those. I think he has them, and I might be mistaking it with somebody else, but I think Chris is the one that has X-Tech, so he'd be the first to tell you, everything about them. Crowbit 2 says, thoughts on possible extend visors to work as face coverings. I've seen that, but I just don't know if that's the solution. I know that Shutt came out with I've seen that Shutt came out with one. I just don't know if that's the solution or not. I wanted to do, and I'm serious about this video. I just don't know how well people will take it. But I wanted to do a video showing different kinds of masks, the masks that people will wear out in public. No matter what your thing is on them, but people are selling masks. I saw that Shock Doctor selling masks. So I mean, do the masks work? I think they protect you and they protect other people. So I wear one. I wear one because my wife has critical illness, and so yeah, I'm gonna protect her and so forth. So I'm gonna wear a mask, even though it may not be required of me to wear a mask. I'm gonna wear one for her. I know Battle's also come out with it as well, but I'm thinking about doing a video showcasing like how you could wear a mask, like one of the masks that you'd wear. I've thought about doing that as a video. I just don't know how well people will take that. Um, so I don't know. Maybe it's just something we need to consider because it's just kind of a part of what's life. That's how life's going to be, possibly. So um, anyway, that's kind of where it's. Let's see. 44 says a strength or being fast to have and having agility better for alignment. Um, all I would say that strength is a big part of it. Um, I think you can sacrifice speed in some regards, but strength is a big deal. It depends. It depends on what side of the ball you're talking about. Like if I'm talking defensive line, like agility and speed mean more to me on the defensive line in certain positions, but strength also factors in as well. Like when I try to find a defensive tackle, like I want that guy to be just like an animal and to be able to command double teams, thus being strong. Um, Crowett 2 says as a 5'7", 190-pound middle linebacker running a 5'1", 40. Going into junior year, what level college coaches should I be emailing? I would say start at Division 2, depending on what your route you think you're going to take. I would start like at the Division 2 level because at the Division 2 level and up, you can get scholarships. If you go to Division 3 doesn't offer scholarships. So like, I would look at like colleges that are close to you. Like I would just try to like see where you're at and see where near colleges are. Try to look within an hour or 2 hours away from you and see if they have football, and try to find those. The college that I went to is 2 hours away in one direction, and that's where I went and played. And it's one of those things. But yeah, I would start there and then just work your way up. And if you can go to their camps, which the camps right now, like I don't know if many places having camps, so like emailing probably wouldn't be a bad idea, and so forth. So that would be my suggestion for that. I just want, I mean, you guys have been awesome tonight. Regardless of all the troubles we had in here earlier. Unfortunately, Bryce, the giveaway is up right now, so. We gave that away about 30 minutes ago, so I apologize. We are done for the night. So Steve Brooks says, "What's the just Bryce? Come back next week. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, you'll know when it's live stream time. It's 7 p.m. Central Time for me." Is when I start. So obviously, if you're different time zone, best way to be is to get is to be on the notification squad and hit the notification bell. Steve says, "What's the ideal 40 time for high school defensive tackle?" If we're talking 40 time, I mean like I'm just thinking like if it's like. I mean, it's like I'm sitting here thinking like, man, if I had a defensive tackle run a 5 flat, I mean that would be awesome. But like obviously when you get to the higher levels, in college, there are defensive tackles that can run 4.8s, 4.9s, and so forth. Freshman DN, what's one thing I'd be working on? I'd be working on strength. I would work strictly on just getting stronger because if you're a freshman going on up to high school, the weight room is going to be your best friend. Speed and agility is great, but ultimately strength programs that people get onto and that what your coaches are doing is probably the best thing that you can do as far as like that stuff goes. Bryce says, been subscribed since the Under Armour reviews days. That's awesome. It is actually 10 years now since I started the original channel. And so it's just been it's been a long ride. It really has. It's been fun though. Trey got. He says, how good should quarterback speed be? As far as like quarterback 40s, I mean, like, I don't think you have to be like a burner as a quarterback, but like it depends like on what you're asked to do as a quarterback. Like if you can run like, a lot of really good quarterbacks, like especially in spread systems, will be, sub fives. They'll be below that 5.0 mark. I'm not sure what our quarterbacks run. I don't really know. Offensive tackle speed. Offensive tackle. I mean, like, as far as like what's good in high school, I mean, like I'm saying, like if y'all can break that 5.0 and get lower than that, I mean that's where like speed starts to like matter. I think. I mean, like we've just like, I mean, I've seen kids. I've had a defensive. Let's see. We had an outside linebacker one time back at another school. I mean, he ran a legit 4.7 40. I mean, it was every bit of 4.7 on the clock, and he didn't play anywhere. But like, I mean, there's just like different kinds of speed. So, Darren Joseph says, I've been subscribed for a while too, just never get lucky to win stuff. But 5'11", 220, lacking size. What position, Darren? I guess I need to ask. Fastest 40 I ran. I got a 5.0, but that's fast as I've ever clocked. I don't think I've had anything faster than that. I mean, like, offensive guard. Weight room. And the only thing I would say off of Bryce is it's got to be the right kind of food. So forth. But it seems like we've got 12 people watching. We're getting a few more people in here, which that's awesome. I'm just telling you, like, the weight room takes time. It really takes a full. And what's bad about this whole pandemic thing is like a lot of our players lost 3 months of lifting, and it's hard. The pandemic is. Tawana Brothers says, 6 foot, 235 pounds. What position should I play? I'm thinking like on defense, depending on like speed and so forth. Like that's a good size for linebackers and defensive ends. Jordan says, what things should I be expecting going into high school football? I mean, you got to look at it from the perspective of how fast the game's going to be. It's just like the game of football from each level of playing going up, level to level, it just gets faster. From youth, middle school to high school, there's such a difference in speed, and like speed that correlates at younger levels doesn't correlate at the high school level. Like where speed matters sometimes in high school, sometimes speed doesn't always like correlate to college, because when it comes to college, something that I learned a long time ago was that like technique and the way that physical technique and strength matter more in college, and and a lot of the things, obviously speed matters. It really does. And the NFL is just a whole other monster. I don't know how to describe the NFL. I wouldn't know it. I mean, the highest I've been is a Division II college. So I mean, but like I've seen guys, I played with guys that made it to the league in some capacity and played, whether they played arena ball or whether they played on a pro team for like a couple weeks, like preseason camp. Like it's just a different animal. So like what I'm basically getting to is that what I'm getting to is like you've got to just be aware that the speed, physicality of the game changes at each level. Even just like if you play JV or freshman ball this year, and then like it slowly starts to just amp up. And some players are, they don't always, they don't always account for that. And sometimes it's a shock. But it is what it is. Guys, I've had a lot of fun on here tonight. Dari Sandoval just jumped in here. I've had a lot of fun tonight, guys. But like I'm gonna have to get off here. I've probably stayed my welcome on the live stream. I really do enjoy being on here and talking with you guys. Like I said, guys, check us out on Twitter. That's where you'll find when we do have our active giveaways in this. Obviously, you guys that are just jumping in here right now, we had our live stream giveaway about an hour ago, so you did miss it, but we just we do different things. I don't know if we'll do like a true giveaway next week, because I think that we're gonna just do like huddle highlights and do a whole video of like huddle highlights, and hopefully I can keep to that. I need to make a note here, make sure we do that, and so that's going to be. I might just go ahead and make the stream early, so we can do that. I'm going to be getting off here within the next minute or so, so we're not going to be streaming for very much longer, but we are going to be. We'll be more active. Like I said, like if you guys got huddle, drop your huddle highlight either on Discord or drop it on Twitter, wherever you guys will find me on there. Share your new football gear that you're getting. If you jump into our Discord page, we've got a section on there for you to share your new football gear that you get, and we talk about it and so forth. I just did my stuff today, did a little bit of it, and then did some of my coaching gear that I'm going to be rocking on the sidelines this year. And then what was the other thing? We had... trying to think here. Oh, and then you got to follow us on Instagram as well. So I think we'll just do the huddle highlights for next week. So like I said, drop those huddle links if you guys got them, and we will see you guys next time. So as always, I'm Mr. Football, and we'll see you next time. See y'all.